What was the first movie you remember seeing?
Oh my gosh. It would probably be a musical. It was probably something like Top Hat or something I saw very early on.
On TV?
Yeah, on TV where they showed old musicals. But I never really saw good movies until I got to college. My childhood was full of either this stuff, musicals, or the mainstream Hollywood business. I was not a seeker after great cinema until I got much older, until I got into college. Tragically.
You titled your last collection of essays "Changing My Mind," which was from Katharine Hepburn, the Philadelphia Story line. Do you have a favorite film?
I don't know. I wouldn't want to confess it to the sophisticated crowd, whatever it was. I do feel like I've had so many arguments about film with other writers who abhor my taste. But I do feel that I understand that film is primarily visual and that dialogue is not a necessity in film. But I do defend the kind of film that speaks. I enjoy it. And I don't think it is only about a kind of static transference of a novel or a stage play to film. I find the verbal quality of this film truly enjoyable, you know? And I don't, maybe it's a problem with my visual sense, but I'm thinking about Jeff Dyer making me watch Stalker.
I was just going to, that's what I was thinking of, Tarkovsky.
Yeah, it took me 2.5 weeks, because I just fall asleep in front of the laptop every 15.5 minutes. And then he wrote a whole book about it, and I realized how much I preferred his book about Stalker to the movie. So it's a verbal thing in my mind, that his description of Stalker I found completely thrilling, but actually watching it was beyond my capacity. So I think I'm just animated by language, you know? And I love to see images alongside them, but a lot of my favorite movies, as my husband pointed out, you could watch with your eyes closed. You could watch Philadelphia Story with your eyes closed, and you would follow almost all of it. They are verbal things. And so I always feel a little shy in a discussion of film, because I'm aware that I'm not attaching myself to pure cinema as a way a real cineast should.
No, but it's true. It would fit like His Girl Friday.
Yeah,
I mean,
again, I really like talkies, and I think that is why my favorite movies tend to gather in the 30s, 40s, 50s. I mean, if you go to cinema these days, sometimes the whole script could be written on 2 A4 sides in terms of words. So I get disappointed a lot, because I cannot be really stimulated by an endless car chase or whatever.